So basically, due to the fact our former label AFM Records is not existing anymore, for sure we receive some offers from other labels. But at the end, for a band like Fallen Century, mostly a studio band, we're not playing shows, or we're not doing tons of tours or stuff like that. We decide to do everything on our own, and actually I think it makes sense nowadays, because for sure you have more work to do, because you have not a team behind like for the other bands we are playing with. And since we have not a label, Georg and me, we have to do everything on our own. So for sure you are investing more time, but at the end you are deciding basically everything. And I think for maybe in the next years, even now, but for small or medium bands, that's totally the future. For sure, if you are selling 1 million copies, you need a team behind. I think there are a lot of differences between Terra Nova and The Gathering of Dreams. First of all, for sure, for our debut album, we released it 4 years ago. So for sure, hopefully also we improve in the last 4 years as songwriters and singers, as musicians, as producers. The trademarks are always our trademarks. We're not a black metal band now. We're still playing melodic metal. I think this album it's even more power metal compared to the previous one. For example, there's not a rock track like To the Top for the first album, but still there are a lot of amazing, in my opinion, mid-tempos, but a lot of very fast tracks for the happiness of our drummer Dario. I think you're right. A lot of bands out there that are using this kind of strategy, even if for me music is never a strategy. My biggest concern is to write the best music as I can, and not just to think to be viral with a reel, or to have a strategy to release this in a moment because it will be more viral. That's not for me. And I think that's one of the worst thing in the new bands, especially the young bands, because for sure it's even more difficult to play live compared maybe when I was 18 or 20 years old. And it's difficult to build up something for this kind of young or new bands. Actually, even depends by the kind of music. For sure, if you're playing, I would say, metalcore, or anyway, modern stuff, unfortunately it's even more difficult to sell physical albums, so it makes more sense probably to release month by month a different single. Fallen Century, it's since the beginning it's something very special and cool for Georg and me, because we have the chance to write and to release something we never had the chance to release before. Because, for example, for Serenity, we are more oriented on a melodic metal, but not really power metal. And with Temperance, maybe we are even more symphonic, and then we are also three singers there, so it's a little bit different, the vibe. But with Fallen Century, we have the feeling we found something we can try to write and release the kind of music that we always loved. We are a huge fan of I would say, early 2000 power metal, like I would say Sonata or Avantasia, Edgae, Stratovarius, or stuff like that. And we are having fun, and that's always the most important thing in music, in my opinion. So then, for sure, luckily also, I have to say, a lot of people discover Fallen Century because the first album, because Terra Nova and especially Broken Dreams, and they're still in love for the band. So I think we'll go on till the day we'll have fun with music, and I think will be a very long time. So beside Georg and me, we have Gabriele Gozzi. He's part of the Fallen Century since the beginning, and one of my favorite singers actually, and a good friend of mine, and he's a bass player and he's doing backing vocals also. We had such a fantastic day when we record all the choirs together. And on drums from this album we have Dario Capacci, also drummer for our friends Trick or Treat, fantastic drummer, and Dario is a fantastic human being. But I think the band is pretty cool. I mean, no matter if your music skills are amazing like Dario, or you're a fantastic singer like Gabri, but again, we're having tons of fun together. And one more time, that's the most important thing about music, in my opinion.